Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2024 Honda Civic Sedan in the touring trim in platinum white pearl with a black interior. So let's start off with the front fascia. All Civics will have standard LED high beam, low beam, turn signals, daytime running lights. The touring will add LED fog lights, and the touring will also add front and rear parking sensors. On the lower portion of the bumper over here, it is flat black, exposed intercooler down below. You do have a flat black grille. For the 11th generation, 22, 23, and now 24, you have the newer body style with a longer hood, wider windshield, slimmer A-pillars, and you do have rain sensing windshield wipers on the touring model. That's where the sensors are right there. And you have the new wider Honda sensing camera. Coming along to the wheels actually, so the tires are 235/40 and the rims are 18s, and this design is unique to the touring. The side mirror is a little bit lower on the door, so you have better visibility. It is body color up top, flat black down below, LED turn signals integrated in the side mirrors, and you do have blind spot monitoring standard on the touring. On the window on the side, you can see it's chrome above the top of the window, top portion. The lower portion is flat black, and you do have this body line that goes across the whole side of the vehicle. Give it a little character. This vehicle does have a protection package, so wheel locks, splash guards, and a cargo tray. But when you get a Civic, it doesn't come like that standard from the factory. That's just something you can add. Coming along to the rear, you do have a combination tail light, so your brake lights are LED, so where that red portion is there. Your turn signal is a regular bulb, you can actually see it in there, and your reverse lights. Civic is in chrome, the Honda emblem is in chrome, touring is in chrome, and you can get that blacked out through your accessories. You can see on the lower portion here, parking sensors. So part of the parking sensor that's only on the touring, no exposed exhaust. But because you get the 1.5, you do have dual exhaust down below. They're just not exposed. The trunk does kind of have almost like a built-in lip into the trunk. It's a cool design. You do have your shark fin style antenna, and it's body colored. Hatchback does have a different rear, different tail lights. Once we get a 24 version of those, we'll do a walk around. For the 2024 Civics, here is the key. This is the new Honda key fob that's pretty much in everything now. And you do have lock, unlock, you have remote start on the touring, that's standard, and you can pop the trunk. And what's cool with the trunk is it does have a strut, so it'll open all the way. It don't just pop open for you, but you do got manually close it back. You also have a panic button on the remote, and you have this button on the side to take out the emergency key, because there is a keyhole under the door handle. It's not on top of the door handle, so it's not, you can't really see it. But if you look underneath here, you have a keyhole right under there. This model does have the smart key, so you do have smart entry. So for example, you tap these little lines right here to lock it back. You hear a little beep. And then to unlock it, there's actually a sensor behind the door handle. All you gotta do is push your hand in there, unlocks for you. The key has to be nearby as well. So let's open it up, get into the interior. Starting off with the door, you do have a little gloss black design there, aluminum look to the door handle. The top portion is soft touch, just a tad, and your armrest is also soft touch. This is also soft touch. This is hard plastic right here. You do have auto up down just for the front windows, none for the rear. Actually surprised Honda doesn't, well, for the Civic they don't have that, but that's not a known thing for Civics. You do have power locks, power mirrors. That's how you pop open the trunk. You just hold that button there. You have storage in here. So you have a bottle holder, some additional storage, speaker down below, and a simple door design. Not too plain. Like even this like texture right here. I love this, how this feels to the hand, and it's not gloss black. And they even give you this little silver piece right here to break it up a little bit. On the touring, the driver's seat is power, and you do have power for your back, forward and back, up and down. And this thigh portion right here, you can adjust that up and down as well. There's no lumbar support. They actually put that in the Integra, but you don't have it on the Civic. On the passenger side, it is also power. It is a four-way power, so you have forward and back, and then you can adjust the back of the seat. And there's no up and down function, no lumbar for the passenger side. We are gonna jump into the interior. And if you're familiar with the 22s and 23, then you're gonna be very familiar with the 24, because the interior is the same. And you have welcome to your Honda screen. You do get the full digital display on the touring. If you get anything below this, it'll be the half digital, half analog cluster. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my foot on the brake, push the button. It's right behind here. It is push button start. You can see your Civic roars to life. On this left portion over here, let me actually zoom in so I can show you guys. You do have parking sensor button on and off. You have your traction control button on and off. And you have a shortcut to all of your safety features. So if you hold in, well, you just push that guy, they'll bring up all the safety features on the screen over here. Also, you have one vent over here, gloss black surrounding it with the new grille mesh style that started with the 11th gen Civics, and it comes all the way across. And most of the vehicles in the lineup actually followed it. So CRV, HRV, even Accord have their own unique way of it. But yeah, steering wheel is leather wrapped, so it feels good to the hand. It is stitched as well, like a silver gray stitch on the inside. I like how they gave you like this kind of door handle material, like over there, and a little gloss black around the steering wheel. The left side will control this part over here. The right side will control this side over here. So the actual scroll wheel, because everything else is like additional features. So for an example, you have your next track, previous, you have volume here, you have voice command, and then the wheel. And then this wheel is going to control this left side, and all you're changing is your sources. So you can go to apps, Bluetooth, USB, satellite radio, AM, FM. You can make quick changes right here and don't need to look away and look at the screen right there. And behind the steering wheel, you do have a minus paddle shifter and a plus. So you do have manual shifting, but the transmission is a CVT. But if you wanted to shift with its virtual gears, it'll allow you to shift as if you had an automatic. On the signal here, on this left stalk, you have auto, you have on, you have auto, you have parking light, you have on, and you have your fog light switch as well, and you have auto high beam standard on the Civics. On the right side, you have your windshield wiper, so you have off, auto, low, and high, and you can adjust how much water sprays out of the nozzle when you're cleaning the windshield. And on the steering wheel itself, like I said, it feels good to the hand. On the right portion over here, most of your safety features are going to be on this side. So you have your cruise control on and off, cancel, resume set. That's for your adaptive cruise control, so you can adjust the distance from the cars in front of you when you're using that feature. And you have your lane keep assist button here. And on the scroll wheel here, we already, since we pushed the little shortcut over here, we're already here at the safety features. But I'm going to go back so I can show you guys the menu. So you have range and fuel. You have your average speed and engine time, navigation or compass, or you're waking up to drive, who got their seatbelts on, oil life, safety features, which we're going to jump in here. So you have your road departure, you have your blind spot monitoring, you have your low speed brake control, which is standard on the Touring. You have your collision mitigation braking system, so your automatic braking you can turn on and off. And then you can customize the display as well. And actually when you go to customize here, you can show and hide certain things. And if you go to gauge display, you can change it to round or bar. Bar will have it up and down instead of your traditional circles, which is cool. And you can have minimal so you have less information. So I like that that's customizable, because previously it wasn't too customizable. And you can have nothing, so nothing shows, or you can switch from kilometers to miles per hour for the speedometer up there. On the screen, it shows what drive mode you're in, how many miles on your vehicle, what gear you're in, and plenty of information. Temperature is on the outside, gas gauge is on the outside as well. Coming along to your infotainment screen here, so you do get the bigger 9-inch touchscreen display, and this is standard in the Touring. If you get an EX, Sport, or LX, you get the 7-inch and not the bigger 9-inch. And this guy has built-in navigation on it, so if you're not using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can use the built-in navigation system. And it's easy to use. You got breadcrumbs on there, show you where you've been. You have phone, FM radio, you have Bluetooth audio. You do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it is wireless on the Touring. If you get anything below this, you have to plug your phone in to use the same feature. Trip computer, you have satellite radio on the Touring, and general settings, vehicle settings. I always love show you guys how the menu looks, because I love how they set up the menu where you can have lighting, keyless access, and door windows and stuff like that. This one still has the film from when the car's brand new, because we literally just got this car. So I'm trying to show you guys before it's sold, because that usually happens to me. You have general settings there, AM, Honda Link, system updates, smart shortcuts. A real simple system to use. If you're familiar with pretty much all of the other screen, the Pilots, the CRV, all our Hondas now getting this 9-inch display. Besides the Accord either got the 7-inch or the new widescreen. That's like a 12.3 inch, I believe. But everything else though has this besides the Ridgeline and Passport. Those are still due for a refresh. You do have physical buttons too, so you have home, back, you have a volume knob, and next track and previous. So it's not just all touchscreen. You still have knobs, especially for the volume. It's easier having a volume knob. Come along down here for your climate control. So the Touring will give you heated seats. So you have high, medium, and low for the driver. Same thing for the passenger. And you have dual zone. So passenger could catch on fire, and then the driver could stay cool. Or if you turn sync on, then you're controlling both sides. And you do have your different controls down here, which is self-explanatory. You have air circulation, your modes, front defrost, heated side mirrors, and heated back glass, AC on and off. You do have auto climate control, so when you turn that on, it'll keep in here 62 degrees automatically, blow the air more or less, or whatever it needs to do. Fan speed here, and then your temperature for your passenger if you have sync off. Coming along down here, you don't have any USB-Cs up front, so you have a USB-A for your Apple CarPlay Android Auto if you want to use it to plug it in, and then USB-A just for charging. And you do have a power outlet here. I can't remember if the 23s had a combination. I'm not sure if that was a C or if it always been an A. I'm sure I'll find out in the comments. You guys gonna let me know. All right, so I went back and looked at my 23 touring video, and those are definitely two USB-As. I don't even know why I even mentioned that in this video. I think I got confused with the CRVs and the Accords because the Civic always had USB-As up front. I don't think they ever had USB-Cs. I don't know why I got confused on that. Wireless phone charger, standard on the touring. You have your leather shift knob with your transmission park, reverse, neutral, drive. When you put the transmission in reverse, you do have a backup camera. There's no 360 on the Civics, not in the Touring. You do have the multi-angle backup camera, so this is a wide angle. So I'm gonna back up a little bit. Let's pretend I'm in a parking space and I'm actually coming out. You can see all the way down that way and all the way down this way. And you have normal, so looking straight. See how you can't see those corners anymore. And then you have top down, looking directly down. There is a raindrop on the camera, so it looks weird, but you have that. And then you have cross traffic. So if there's a car coming from this way, it'll beep and alert you, let you know there's a car coming from either way though. So a car coming from the left or a car coming from the right, it'll beep and alert you and let you know someone's coming. And also remember you have parking sensors standard on a Touring, so it'll beep at you and let you know when you're getting close to something. You also can make it smaller and have a radar so you can see how close you are to something as well too. You can see that there. And that's how it looks when you get close to something behind you. I know the film on the screen makes it look very hard to see, but it's a beautiful screen, but we usually leave the plastic on there. If you buy it, then you can take that plastic off. You do have cup holders here. There's no ambient lighting in the Touring. That would be a nice addition that they should add in the Civic. You do have your drive modes. So you have Sport, Normal, and Econ. I'll leave it in Normal for right now. You have the engine stop off button here. Here's your parking brake. And you have brake hold, so while you're in drive, it'll hold your brake. You can take your foot off the brake. A cool feature. Coming along to the center armrest here, very soft, nice and soft. Plenty of storage in here with a little coin tray that's removable. And there's no connections in there. You do have a rubber mat at the bottom, but that's pretty much it. Put that guy back. You don't have a lockable glove box, but decent size. Comes down, it's not lined or anything like that, but plenty of space. And taking a look up here, you do have home link built in. You don't have to add it as an accessory like the CRV or the Accords. And you also have an auto dimming rear view mirror that's standard on the Touring. You do have LED lighting all throughout the interior. You do have a moonroof, so one touch opens all the way. You don't have to hold it. And if you push it straight up, then it'll also ventilate for you as well too, like that guy. And Ford will always close it. You have a sunglass holder. Let's close that guy back. The headliner is actually like is gray for the black interior. Yeah, the headliner is gray. And you do have your mirror here, and it's not LED, but you do get a lighting for your vanity mirror. Same thing on the passenger side as well. All right, we're gonna jump out of here and actually jump into the back seats. This is how wide the rear doors open. And we're gonna jump back here. The rear doors mimics the driver door, so You do have slightly soft touch on the armrest. It's hard touch up here, gloss black piece here. Same style for the door handle. You have a tweeter there, a speaker there, and a storage in there, probably just for a bottle. And you don't have a map back pocket, there we go, for the driver's seat, and you have one for the passenger seat. There's no air vents back here, but you get 2 USB A's. So back here you do, we'll take your seat belts off. You do have a armrest with a cup holder in the middle. The leather seats, they are perforated back here in the middle, which is nice. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing much going on back here. So we're gonna jump out of here and take a look at the trunk. And you do have LED lighting up above. Coming on to the trunk, like I told you guys, you have a strut, so it'll open all the way for you. And this Civic does have a protection package, so it will show you the cargo tray, but that's something you can add. The Civics don't come standard with that. And I'm gonna show you guys under the floor. You do get a spare tire with your tools. Also, floor mats are standard. You don't have to pay for those. They're carpet mats. You can add the rubber ones if you want from Honda. And the seats can split 60-40. With the button right there, you can drop them down. And that's pretty much it in the trunk. It's a decent size though. Civics always have a decent size. And before we jump into the trim walk, you do have a Bose 12 speaker sound system standard in the Touring. You can't get it in no other trim level below it. If you get a hatchback, it's also in the Sport Touring. Beautiful sound. I can't believe that we're already looking at 24 Civics. Like 24 Civics are already here. I remember when I first got my 22 when the 11 Gen first came out, and it's already 24. It's crazy. Anyways, we are taking a look at the Touring, so fully loaded model, just like 22 and 23. The trim levels are the same for the sedan. You have LX, you have the Sport, you have the EX, and you have the Touring, which in my opinion is one of the best packages to get because you just get a lot of tech in the Civic. Now prices have gone up, and we'll get to that when we get to it. But let's just start with the trim walk on the Touring. So the Touring is an upgrade from the EX. EX is one level below. And what the Touring adds on top of the EX is going to be paddle shifters, because I believe EX does not get paddle shifters. So you get the CVT with paddle shifters. EX doesn't get the Econ normal sport mode. I guess not. Here on the trim level, is saying that you get the 3-mode drive system. So Econ normal sport, that's on the Touring. You get leather trim seats. So EX, LX, and Sport, you don't get full leather trim seats. On the Sport, you do get the leather on the outside, cloth on the inside, but it's mostly cloth. You get the driver's seat with 8-way power adjustment. The 10.2-inch digital instrument, beautiful. I love how this looks in the interior. 9-inch color touchscreen display, perfect size as well. The Bose premium sound system. Remember, the 11 Gen is the first Civic to actually get a Bose sound system, I believe. You know, from my knowledge, I don't think anything in the past had a Bose system before. Honda usually always used their Honda system. But yeah, 12 speaker with subwoofer. You get satellite radio, which used to be on the EX, but now it's only on the Touring. HD radio, wireless phone charger, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, which is a big deal to me. Automatic dimming rear view mirror. You get a home link built in on the Touring. Rain sensing windshield wipers. Heated body colored power side mirrors with integrated LED turn signals, black accent LED headlights with auto on and off. So in the headlights itself is like the inside of it is black. It gives it a more sportier look. LED fog lights, parking sensors front and back, low speed braking control, and blind spot monitoring as standard on the Touring with cross traffic. Front passenger seat is power. Built-in GPS system, 18-inch alloy wheels with gloss sharp gray inserts, all-season tires, and you get the USB-A charging ports in the second row. Let's jump in and build one. So here's the Honda Civic lineup, and I love how simple it is. Like, look at this. You have 4 trim levels, and that's it. If you look at the Corolla, you look at the Sentra, you know, you look at any other car in this, what's the Hyundai's version, Elantra, you know, like, there's a lot more trims and packages and customizing. Honda's like, look, we're going to keep it simple. We got LX, Sport, EX, Touring. Which one you want? You want base model? You want mid-grade? You want some features? You want fully loaded? What you want? So let's jump into the Touring. and build one up. So if you go to design, actually, let's go back to the powertrain. Let's not even skip this. So you get the 1.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder engine. EX and Touring get this motor. And I want to show you guys the gas mileage. So you're looking at 31 city and 38 highway, 34 combined. Now, I know the previous Civic was about 40 highway, but still, you look at the gas mileage on this thing. So it's sporty, fun to drive, it's not slow, and still good on gas. I don't know how it's a perfect package. Perfect package. And it is a CVT. Now, with CVTs, it's so funny because I know a lot of brands are just starting to use CVTs and they're getting like a bad rep. But you guys got to realize that CVT has been in a Civic since 2015. I think 2000, or was it? I think 2013 was the last, or maybe 2014 was the last automatic transmission in Civic. I think 13 was the last year, and then 14 it was the CVTs. Like they've been having CVTs for like even our older hybrids, like years ago, mid 20s. They've been using CVT, so they know what they're doing. They're true to this. They know what they're doing. Well, let's jump out of here and let's look at the design. So look at the colors. So Asian blue, metallic, only comes with black leather interior. Touring got a lot of options. You have crystal black pearl, which only comes with black interior, and this is what Shelly and I had. We had a 22 Touring black on black. You have lunar silver metallic, which only comes in black leather. You have meteorite gray metallic that gives you the option between black leather or gray leather. And the gray, hopefully I could pick one up and do a walk around on you guys to show you. So the headliner is gray and the seats is gray. Gray is a beautiful interior. And you have rally red. I believe this is only black, and I am correct. And then you have sky blue pearl, morning mist metallic. Now, when the 22s first came out, we had two of these. I don't think I even seen one for 23. But I had two of these for 22s, and I've never seen one again. I think I sold one, and we had another one. I've never seen one ever again. But the morning mist color is a cool color because it's like silver, but it's kind of like a blue silver, kind of like you guys see it in person. It's actually pretty cool. But it's only comes with black interior, I believe. Yep. And you have platinum white pearl, which can give you gray or black, which is nice. And then you have sonic gray, which a lot of people love this color, which only comes with black interior. And one thing I noticed that Honda does is they make one special color that they barely make. It's just interesting how they do it. Every generation of Civic have that one color that they barely make. I think the 10 gen, the rear color was that green. Yeah, I remember that, but that was only for the coupe, so that don't count. What was their rear color for the 10 gen? Technically, it was the green when they did have the coupes. And then for the 9 gen, it was that habanero red-ish thingy. For the 8 gen, it was still that habanero reddish thingy for my generation. But they always have like a rare color. But in this case, though, we're going to choose white. And we're going to do the black interior and show you pricing. So, like I said, pricing have went up. Because base price is $30,550 plus the platinum white pearl and destination and handling. You're looking at $32,100. And let's jump out of this guy and look at some accessories. So when you look at packages, there's a different package you can put on. You have the HBD package, which I think it looks nice on a sedan. You get this. I thought this was the same sport as the SI, but the SI version actually is a little bit different. Like this part right here is a little bit more taller, and then it dips down and it pokes out more up here. But yeah, you get this little diffuser back here, side skirt. If you get a hatchback, no side skirt. Keep that in mind. I just don't like that the front, actually, I guess I should add it so you guys can see what it looks like. I don't like that it's not a full lip up front. It's just a little corner canards. Other than that, though, it's a cool package. You have a protection package, all season package. Let's go to accessories here. And yeah, you can actually separately put on the HBD package. So you can have not the whole thing. We can have just a spoiler or just a side skirt or just a diffuser, however you want it. But the accessories is pretty much the same. You can black out the emblems, but it's pretty much the same from 22 and 23. Flash card sets. But yeah. But nothing too crazy. Let's look at interior. You have the all-season floor mats, cargo hook, cargo net. I still haven't seen the contoured high wall floor mats in person. But door sill protection, first aid kit, rear passenger sunshades, door sill. So All of these are still the same from the previous, like the previous Civic. But I love that the home link that's in this guy is standard on the Accord, the CRV, and the HRV. Actually, the HRV you can't even add home link, which is insane. But on the Accord and CRV, you have to add it as an accessory. So I'm not sure why it's still standard in the Civic, but on the higher, the more premium, the more expensive cars, you have to add it as an accessory. I have no idea where Honda's going with that, but just keep that in mind though. Like if you buy a Civic, the Touring will come with this, but I believe anything below this you have to add it. I don't think the EXL comes with auto dimming, or maybe it does with home link. Not too sure. We have to take a look at one and see. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below. Do you have a deposit on one of these? Are you shopping for one? Can you even find one? You know, does your dealership have the markup, or is it over MSRP? Is it below? What's going on? My opinion, out of all the trim levels, I love the Touring because I owned one, and it was so Shelly and I, which is my wife, we've had multiple Civics, and this is in my opinion, the best driving Civic in a long time. Now I love my 8 Gen SI. That's probably my best Civic in the world, but coming, next to that, like when it comes to like something newer and modern, we love this thing. We just need to get something bigger, with the baby on the way and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next walk around.